creep wave denied away from him. He's looking to chase a range creep.
Maybe it's just they wanted to put importance on getting rid of the catapult. Now the first Elder Dragon form usage, you're not going to get maximum out of it. They might be able to get a kill onto the Tusk though. Sheep and Chola in combination together. Even Han's going to be able to move his attention over towards the river. So Han will nonetheless be able to find first blood. This is now treads completed. Winter. Some trouble. Marblu looking for the wraparound. They might need the Void Slow to set up for the arrow. That's back up and there's the connection. Beautifully done. Marblu from mid to bottom. He goes to help Molasses out.
Bottom lane is going far too well. It looked like these lanes went really well for themselves on Meteor, and that's why they're going into this Lincoln's first item on Morph, right? Like, yes, you're up against a lot of these spells that are going to punish you if you go too far forward, or might it be the DK that's trouble?
Looks like he is. Han tries to turn around, but he's not going to be able to find some distance away. And now they cut down the tree. Echoes over the top of the Remnant. Now Winter can't even get any spells off. What a disastrous fight for Nova. Now Meteor, they can continue to chase him down. They got all the vision they would need to dive onto the tier 1 tower. What a defense setup from the boys on Dire.
I quite like weaknesses that I was saying about their draft. They don't take towers all that well, so the fact that this siege creep is still up at 12.5, nearly 13 minutes.
Look at this in the jungle. They're going to be able to intercept the rotation, but it will be the blink reveal. So it can set up for the Ice Blast. TZ will go down, but maybe it gives a bit of a free fight for Echoes where he doesn't have to worry about the stuns for a little bit of time. So you get the kill into the Rubik, and now can try and turn over to the Dragon Knight as well. This time, nice Remnant over. Even for Chola, Echoes is just toying with them. The Ember Spirit making quick work of his enemies, with the Arcane Rune coming into full effect there for Echoes.
Saying it before, right? You have to choose Sleight of Fist, you have to choose Flame Guard, and they clearly went for the Sleight of Fist build just because even with the DK in a really vulnerable position, and of course he's a much more vital hero to be able to kill to stop a lot of their aggression, they're going to find this Beastmaster as well. Double toy maybe down to the low ground? No, Flame Guard.
Okay, that's what he was looking for. I was going to say, is he trying to hide? No. But I didn't see you have the toy regardless. Dark Ascension used. They're going to look to wrap on mid as well. They've still got a little bit of time to work with. All the teams coming over as well. Nova. Oh, how do you look to escape from this now? Molasses with the wraparound. Easy kill on the sheep, but the Ancient Apparition's going to get caught out as well. And one by one, looks like Supernova continuing to drop some of their members. And meanwhile, bottom lane, the more
instantly picked off by just a DK. You know, you're going to need Dragon Tail, you're going to need Elder Dragon form, you're going to need Beastmaster Roar, you're going to need Rubik there as well, so it becomes a whole lot more challenging. This is one of the strengths of their draft though. Group up and go.
Snowball in. Is the go going to work this time? Without the Dark Ascension, it might be a bit of a window. But it is nighttime, so the Night Stalker, he wants to get into the middle of it all. Dragon Knight's starting to get tickled down. Half health still to work with on Han. It's like they'll just get the kill onto Tusk. But once again, Danok, this push onto the T1 tower will not work. They are continuing. Well, maybe Han find an opening, trying to protect their vision.
And they got the siege, so I feel like they're going to stick around here.
Still die, they feel strong. An aggressive waveform into the middle. They're not worried about any of the damage as Molasses gets onto the supports, stopping the spell casting. They won't be able to keep Sheep alive thanks to the Greaves. Steals the Remnant as well, so Sheep's going to get back to the safety of the T2 tower. But Chola will not have the same fate. Once again, Meteor able to get a couple of kills across the map. The tower will still go down though, so it takes... Remember off the top of your head.
1 out of
how many games? Okay. Because this... It
could just go down to something as simple as the item build to start the game, right? They started with like a Wraith Band instead of an Orb of Venom.
Oh, that's so much damage! What? Man, Dragon Knight's supposed to be tanky, I thought. Not with a Spirit Vessel out of Marblu, and again, now with the Dark Ascension, they just see everything. They can pick their targets and chase them down one by one. Sheep's going to be isolated for the rest of the pack. Molasses, he's by himself. Might be able to cut down the tree. We'll be able to do so and escape off the back of that, but 2 kills going their way, and now a tier 1 tower as well to boot. So it's just all things going the way for Meteor in this game 1.
Yep. Joinks a Ancient Creep as well, so again, back up to max HP. He's nearly finished up that BKB for himself as well. Although they will have this window right now. So they've got Radiance available. You don't have Dark
Jump in Dragon Tail. Oh, beautiful snowball. Prevented the roar from Chen. They're going to be forced to use it onto TZ. Echoes does get clipped from the cold feet. He's out of remnants as well, so it looks like they will still get the kill onto the Ember. So finally something goes the way for Supernova.
They just have to play super aggressively off the back.
It's going to be for Supernova. Okay, can they look to play aggressive off the back of it, or are they still waiting for a little bit more timings? Okay.
I think it's about, like, when I say aggressive, I don't think they want to fight yet. I think they want to be able to farm on Meteor's side of the map. So if they take a fight, they can take a tower. Oh, that's a great route.
It's a beautiful start. And now Winter, oh, they're going to be able to catch him out before the Wukongs. Aegis means nothing when Meteor are this far ahead at the early game. Off the back of the respawn, Winter's going to go down for a second time, and they're going to be able to catch up to Chen as well. Come back here. There's no escape for the Beastmaster. An ultra kill for Echoes. And what a way to look to utilize that DD in full effectiveness. Area control inside the middle of the fights. Lasses. Instant use of the Dark Ascension. Han. Oh, the snowball. Time and time again, man. Always on point is TZ, and now they can just swarm them down. One by one, they're going to chase inside the middle. Winter's going to be able to get a pretty good Wukongs off. And as a result, they'll get the kill on the Ember. And now they're in shambles on Meteor. Forced to retreat as away is finally Supernova. They take a team fight where they get a huge amount of value out of Monkey's ultimate, and they had a great ward as well to fight with.
I think that's why it all happens, right? Molasses was a tiny bit slow on plus the Manta, plus a Pupil's Gift, so it feels very hard to be able to get a kill onto Morph at this stage. Oh, they could
try for Han. Maybe they want the support, so instead, Molasses looking to wrap around. They'll get him though. They don't see an easy target, so they're going to go for the Dragon Knight. And with him gone, it's a pretty good Ice Blast though. Connecting onto 3. Can they look to do anything off the back of the... Looks like Nova just all out retreat. Sheep again is going to be caught out. Top lane is getting shoved in, at least for them. And mid isn't next to the tower as well. You've got a glyph to be able to protect. So you're going to be relying on those being on cooldown because he has multiple ways to protect him. So
I hope they play around their ward this time. They've got, again, this deep ward by Sheep placed, but they seem to want to just venture towards where probably set up.
He's going to be able to get the jump.
Kill, though.
Oh, Jesus. That Boundless Strike just blows him up. And now Chen, we're going to try and close the distance with the Roar. Will not be able to catch up to the Night Stalker. Marblu, a couple of leap charges still to work with as well, but Han's going to be able to jump over the top and get that initial control, and that should be all they need to help get the kill.
So Roche, man.
Okay, and they've got really good vision around it as well. Multiple wards to play with here for Keep them alive. Very close to utilizing that Hawk. Ooh. Should be fine. They're going. Winter's away from the team. They're completely split, and they need the Wukongs to protect them. Roar's going to enable them to retreat. They'll turn now with the Ice Blast as well. Look at the control. Echoes toying around with the side of Su, and they're in trouble now on Meteor. Whoa. Momentum. It's swinging.
I mean, he was on 3.
An MKB on it on the Monkey if they want to kill it. To avoid it. However, they're going to smoke themselves as well. It's all on the Monkey if you can get the Wukong's command off to try and give them an area control, and the fight is going to be able to do so. All the supports looking to play around together. As Winter has done a good job to keep them alive for the moment. Now Morphling, he committed into the middle. They've got the Roar to hold him down, but the Jinku stacks it there. Monkey's doing too much damage. There's your top of the net worth hero not having any impact. Down goes the Morphling, and now Winter's chasing for more as well.
They really wanted to. They might just choose to back off with these megas. Oh,
they forced him in.
Not ideal.
BKB's up in a couple seconds though for Winter. Zekros want to commit in. Looks like they will not. Up against megas now. And they're even considering about going back in. Everything is available here for Winter.
I just want to see them set up a few more wards first before they look to do that to prevent any kind of big wraparound plays, right? Like, how do they even deal with these side lanes? I mean, I guess Varana's capable of doing it. Tusk's okay at it, but Nightstalkers, yeah.
They caught...
I can kind of see why. I mean, they've just been picked a few too many times. You like having that one last hurrah, don't you?
It's another game, though. I swear Meteor did the same thing, where they just...
Going to get the leech seed onto you, and is going to make your life miserable, because Trian is just going to out-trade you every single time.
We're already seeing some of the back and forth going on. Molasses. Is he going to be able to secure the kill? Chola will go down to the Soul Assumption. Marblu's going to be rewarded with that first blood. And meanwhile, top lane, TZ and... Who overall has a pretty good winter?
He's fine.
He may be baiting, hoping that Marblu steps a little bit too far forward, because now Sheep's got to look to TP, and Winter does a really good job. You kind of puts himself out there, dangle his life, maybe seeing if Marblu takes the bait, and he does indeed, and that's where Sheep's able to TP in as well, just to help out. Do have Dire starting to rotate down to bottom, though. Echoes and Molasses in combination together. Don't have a whole lot of mana. Gonna be able to dodge the snowball, but the familiar stun means that Echoes can get straight on top of the Ember. Beautifully done. Great micro from Marblu, and even getting involved if he's dead. Well, and with all this going on, Winter, no bottle, but he's going to be able to pick up an Arcane as well. So it takes that out of the hands of the Dino. So, yeah, but the other game was back and forth. I
still kind of think they could defend this, man. They've got living armor. They've got a lot of big ultimates now.
Let's see if they're going to be able to blow up Chen. He can look to activate the mechanism. A defensive use of the Supernova, but the Death Prophet, it just goes down instantly.
He went in too early.
Wasn't able to activate the mech or the one charges, and now without the Death Prophet, they're in a lot of trouble here. Sheep's got to get caught out off the back of the arrow. They'll even get Chola in the tree line. So just a bit disconnected with Supernova, in two minds whether they wanted to defend their tower or not.
Okay, so... Okay. TZ is just here to be able to break this.
So
it's very deep on Marblu. I'm really not sure what he's doing down there.
The team's coming. Let's see if he's going to be able to stay alive long enough with the hood activated. Marblu's okay for the moment. The turnaround potential. Finally, we're going to see a team fight with all the ultimates, and that's when they can look to come out on top. Down goes the Drow. Echoes, they'll catch him even though he had the haste room activated. And they're not done just yet on Supernova. Finally, a team fight where they take it with all 5 members and all ultimates available.
Just didn't need to be there. They saw the smoke was happening.
Ranger. They're going to look to smoke though on Dire. They know that all these ultimates are on cooldown. Nova are playing together though, so this smoke is not going to be easy. How do you start? Chen? Alright, they'll make the go. Sheep's going to be off to the other side. It's only level 1 Sunray. So it won't be enough to keep the Death Prophet alive, but it's still... If Winter has a free fight, this Ember could prove to be an issue. But he feels hesitant about maybe going towards the backline. So Chola, he's going to go down as well. Double kill secured for Echoes.
They're finding the right jumps
up shortly, though.
I almost wonder if, like, Trian might...
Next to the pit, so that's probably the next thing on the to-do list for Meteor to get themselves set up for this second Roche.
They might be using Marblu as bait here now that he's got the Aghanim Shard for himself. We're even going to give him the Tome, try and get him up to that level.
Split again. Echoes gets the jump, and Phoenix is just going to get blown up. I mean, they're starting to move to the area. That's an exorcism committed. Can they find the angle in? Han onto the backline. It's a beautiful chain. Onto the Drow. That's a big kill. And they'll find it. Molasses now will be chased down. There's no escape for the Tusk. And that might be the opening they've been waiting for on Nova. Roche is not up just yet. 50 seconds till the spawn, but they might be able to crack the high ground.
So they won't have it to be able to defend this tier 3. You can't buy back on the Drow, surely not. They didn't use the Overgrowth. Exo running out just now, so wonder if they could look to just completely... Yeah, that's the
They're going to buy back off the back of the arrow.
Yeah.
But the Ember Spirit's in some trouble. They're going to have no way to stop the Pulverize, and Ohan as well. How's he going to be able to escape? They've slowed him down to a crawl. A TP out should be stopped short, as that buyback pays off huge for Meteor. They won't be able to catch the TP out from Chola, but they are more than happy with running down Chen onto the Death Prophet. 3 down, and Roshan now up for grabs.
So many picks that probably shouldn't be happening, right? Like the Phoenix early on. I guess he was playing
full 5-man. Not a lot of buybacks. Morphling's lacking the gold. Only 35, so we have it surely. Ember's lacking the gold as well. 30 seconds till the age is about to expire. What's the call from Meteor? This is a fine line you're playing now. They're going to look to get the jumper to the Death Prophet again. Look at the damage. DP's gone. She's got a buyback to look to rejoin.
They found
a
Chola.
lot of damage onto Molasses early on. Should be able to address the task. All right, they'll be able to bring him down. Off to the left side, though. Marblue, can they stop the TP? They can. Sheep's going to be there. Your Scepter at the buzzer. So Marblue, that's the second person to be killed off inside the fight here. Ooh, 38 health. With too much mana, it's going to be an early use of the BKB. They want to try and target down Marblue, but a great force stuff, and there's the lack of the stuns. Once again, Egg committed, Exo committed, and they'll get nothing out of it.
Bot's still pushing as well.
Echoes, what a great rock throw! Overgrowth to try and disrupt, but it's not going to matter. The arrow connects, Ember's gone.
He's back in.
They're onto the Drow Ranger onto the backline. Morphling's going to waveform aggressively as well, but the BKB covering the escape. Can she continue to get away though? Chen trying to lock onto his target, but they've gone too far. The formation's broken. Drow's still alive. She can turn and stand her ground up on the high ground, and Radiant, what do you do now? You've gone too far. There's going to be no escape for Chen.
No buyback.
Echoes is in with the pulverize. No buyback indeed. In fact, that's a dieback. Chola dieback for him as well. Now Han, he's going to try and waveform TP out. He will be able to escape. At his 80 seconds. Winter's going to make the attempt, but they're out. Exo committed as well. Look at the reset. It's just been the entirety of this game. In and out. Meteor.
What? No one's there.
Chola's going to try, but no one's there to follow up. Chola's going to go down.
Rock throw.
And Echoes, he's going to be able to jump in, capitalize on their window. They're completely split from the team. Chen, he's trying to get towards the backline, but no one there is to follow up. And in the end, let's see what Han's going to be able to do on the Morphling. An aggressive waveform in. Couple of crits will bring them down. It's a decent Supernova, but all of Meteor just swing their attention over to the Egg. It's going to be off the back of the Morphling if he can do something, but the throne, it's exposed. No one's there to be able to protect it. Han's doing what he can. The creeps, they'll be able to win it out in the end. And what a performance from Meteor. Very, very impressive.
Just out of range with that sentry as well. So both camps going to remain blocked.
Pretty Winter. Guaranteed first blood. Beautifully done from Molasses. Gets a shard to make sure there's no escape, and it's going to be the Shadow Fiend that picks up our first blood. So it's already off to a great start, and a different start to this third game than what we saw prior. That second game was a little bit more slower paced.
With how spammy they've been on the top side, again, he didn't put the second point in the Silken Ball. I know it's not a big damage increase, but again, against two heroes that are this low.
We'll go down Han though.
Oh,
Tornado's going to be able to clip onto both them. Beautifully done. Han finds the double kill. No Urn, I should say. Looks like he's actually going to be rushing the Witchblade.
Okay.
Yep. So
keeps your damage up.
So meanwhile, Han is going to do the right thing. You know, shoves out mid, gets a lot of damage onto the T1 tower.
Pretty insane value out of a Crimson Guard this game for Meteor, right? Like you're going up against a Troll Warlord, which really brings his damage down to almost
Speak of the
zero.
Troll. Winter, what a rotation. Troll Warlord wants nothing to do with his bottom lane. He's going to help move up to top to get a double kill. Very interesting movement out of the Troll. I'm feeling like he cannot continue to play this lane with the...
If they dive in super deep near a creep wave, Chain Frost can look to have some value now as well. And if they look to move away from this lane and prevent that kill threat, then Chen's just going to look to take your tower.
He's gone pretty deep though.
And a very early use.
Great Chain Frost, but it's not going to do a whole lot to turn it back around as Echoes. Plenty of mana left to get the kill into Chen, and now TZ held the Frostbite to also get the +1 onto Chola. So just thinking that they have the damage to dive Molasses onto the tower, but an instant TP from...
The Static Remnant, the Crystal Nova, to not fully commit your body into that Roche Pit.
We're going to look to smoke though on Meteor. Playing behind Marblue. Molasses on the front line. He's got the blink and they're going to see them. A great way to start the fight, and Echoes has got the follow-up. Tornado's going to try and disrupt. but it won't be fast enough. His two members go down. They buy back on Chola as well. Looking to try and take the team fight. Chen's going to...
wanting to take out some of those info-giving creeps first. They want to try and find a quick pick-up. They're still playing around this Observer Ward on the top side, and they're going to go for the jump and more likely land at this time. You can't walk into the creep wave, Chen.
He'll do just that. And they'll get the kill. Meanwhile, it does look like they're trading off laners though. Mid lane, Marblu. Got the pipe still to activate, but it's not going to matter with all the heroes surrounding him. It will be both teams' position 3s going down. I think you need the Visage to be able to get Rose, so...
What's being used? Using the Spiderlings once again to be able to scout things out. But I mean, as it's about to die, you could just Requiem if you really want to be on the safe side.
Stepping a little bit too far, it's going to be the Lich. Eyes onto the Troll Ward, enters the pit and gets the Aegis. Under the cover of the BKB, can look to turn towards the Tusk as well. Now with the Battle Trance activated, can he lock on top of the Shadow Fiend? Hasn't got a way to hold him into place, so Shadow Fiend can reposition. And now with the familiar stuns, they're kiting the Troll. Meanwhile, Chen's also in some trouble as well, but the Broodmother's going to go down, and Troll is completely isolated. Where are the boys to keep him alive? Han's going to be nearby, Sheep as well. But a Shard's easily set up to make sure there's no escape. Echoes is out of mana. So he's going to struggle about chasing down some of the surviving members, but
feels like that's
let's see
me
if they're
and
going to get
Meteor.
that time, because Troll, instant use of the BKB, but they're going to be able to kite him. They'll stop the escape avenue. This fight's going to be all off the back of Han if he can land the abilities, but Echoes, he wants to take him out of the fight. The BKB is going to be able to protect the Invoker for the moment. Han can stand strong. The Shadow Fiend's trying to find an opening for the Requiem. Hasn't seen the angle just yet. We'll use it now defensively. There's a big freezing field as well from TZ. Lines it up, sees them all in a place where he can activate the ultimate. Now Echoes. He's going to zip on over to the Broodmother. Maybe the Rubik's is next as well. Get the damage out of the low ground, and he misses. It's not going to matter. Some one charges.
Another drums.
Oh, Sheep. And you got the BKB for quiet out of the Shadow Fiend. Visage might be in some trouble. Meteor actually looking to take the team fight. Winter in the middle. Look at the damage on the Troll. He won't have an opportunity to activate anything as Meteor blow up the carry on Supernova. And now definitely they're going to think about bottom.
I think they just thought that they might get a lucky bash or something onto that Visage because he's got the shard. You can't afford to make that sort of play with your lack of
again.
Disable.
Chen's going to reveal himself for a second and they just blow him up. Not a lot of value out of the Chain Frost because the Familiar is bouncing back. And this is that timing with the talents we were mentioning, Denog. That's why they're able to push so goddamn fast.
Lads, Pipe, Boots of Bearing, Arcane Aura.
On. They're going to be able to blow him up before the BKB's even activated.
Yep.
And they called it.
They should.
Man, what a game for Meteor. That was a demolishing game 3.
Reverse sweep. This is what you want to do, you know, just to give yourselves a little bit of momentum coming into the following series. Of course, like we were saying before, they've just got the 1 win so far this season. So this makes it a little spicy, right? 2 and 3.